of the key lessons which we had from the last year's leadership conclave, which has informed our decisions towards the course of this year, was to allocate more time for keynote conversations, which has also helped strengthen our decision in this year's leadership conclave. So I bet you are in for an exciting period. You're going to have enough time to have conversations, engage with keynote speakers to address certain things you want how to navigate around it. Okay, so just looking in brief, over the past year, the Center for Real Impact International has made significant progress in strengthening its institutional systems, governance, program delivery, membership engagement, digital transformation, and sustainability. Next slide, please. What are the key operational achievements been able to achieve in the past 1 year post Leadership Conclave 2025 to this point that we are right now? So, governance policy, planning or development of our meal systems, performance tracking, weekly statutory meetings for our leaders, administrative coordination, learning system, leadership dashboard, real app, membership, and leadership. We were also able to obtain business clinic development. Now also have a weekly program known as the Wisdom Wednesday Initiative Global Webinar Series every twice in a month, campus initiatives, expansion, and partnerships. So in short, 13 institute building blocks, policy to platforms were delivered in just 1 year. Now, as part of strengthening governance development, in addition to policies we had initially has to anti-corruption policy, anti-fraud, conflict of interest, human resource policy, resource mobilization and communication framework, child safeguarding policy, financial management policy, value for money policy. We were able to also develop new policies that has to do with risk management policy, real constitution and real code of conduct, administrative policy, information technology policy. In all the steps, the proceedings that are guiding the organization. Next slide, please. Okay, in terms of program planning, monitoring, evaluation, and learning system to improve our program quality in the organization, we developed several strategic planning and performance management tools, such as the theory of change, framework, and also a project logbook. For our 3 thematic areas or programmatic areas, which has to do on poverty reduction, for sustainable livelihood, the future of work, and also climate action mitigation, we have frameworks that helps us to understand why we do the programs in certain areas. So we don't just go about doing programs. We have why. We have to answer to ask why we are going. It helps us streamline our impact at the end of the metrics or the evaluation. Next slide, please. Okay. We also have been able to work on organizational performance tracking system, which is a comprehensive organizational performance tracking system that is used to monitor institutional progress across critical operational areas such as governance, partnerships, policy compliance, data management, program implementation, documentation, tracking, data of the number of people we have coming in, how we are growing in numbers, how we are growing in other programs, and a lot more. Yes. Institutionalized weekly national statutory meetings. So for every Tuesdays, post the Leadership Conclave, the Center for Real Impact International holds a statutory Tuesdays meetings where state managers and other team leads come together to discuss what has been done within the week, the challenges they must have faced, and also the planned programs they intend to conduct at their respective cities. So we address any form of issue or program that needs clarity for across our cities, basically. Now, for administrative coordination and governance structure, we've been able to set up an administrative structure. We have a cities administration across all our operational. Now, I'm sure if we are all here today, for every one of us seated here, we are aware of the membership learning management system, which is now has been successfully developed and launched. It's membership learning management to facilitate the onboarding, orientation, certification, and continuous capacity development of members across all nations. So if you are here and you're yet to identify with us as well, this is your first time, you have been here before, but at some point we disconnected. This is the process that you go to our learning management system. You take a course that is less than 25 minutes, and then you are certified. You download your certificate. We reach out to you, and you are part of us. Next slide. Okay, one of the things we've been able to work or develop in the past year is our membership and leadership playbook. It is a comprehensive membership and leadership playbook that serves as the organizational practical guide. Now, the main essence of this leadership playbook is to serve as a guide when prospective members who intend to become members at the Center for Real Impact get to understand certain expectations maybe and what is expected of them. Same goes with members, just basic expectations, what the organization is all about, so you have a basic understanding, know what you are expected to do part-time, and how you can also contribute your own quota as a member or either as a leader. Next slide, please. Okay, website optimization. This is one of the fantastic, I'm sure for those of us who are not conversant with, we have a website, and if you have never gone to our website, we encourage, if you can do it now, fantastic. If not, you can do it after this program to see the progress we have made in this past year, to reflect what we now speak of ourselves, to reflect on our website. Okay, business clinic development. The organization developed the business clinic model together with its accompanying SOP to guide the pilot implementation of the initiative. So the idea behind the business clinic development is to provide a form of mentorship, training, and also expertise to already existing business owners who are having issues or who are having problems or trying to figure out how to move from their very level of business to the next. So it could be business, it could be any form of influence you're having challenge. This is set up to ensure we address, we come, and then we create specialties in such areas that you get to converse, share what you're going through, so that you get to have a better approach as to how to handle your business or your adventure, as the case may be. Next slide, please. Okay, one of the powerful learning avenue that has been incorporated in the last year, which is also a privilege to be held by our founder, is the Wisdom Wednesday initiative. And if you are not even in the real, like, official of the Real Tribe, this is one, just this, I bet you, whatever it is you feel you are lacking behind, it will be solved, because we get to have conversations that is focused on purpose, productivity, personal growth, and future readiness. The initiative has become one key avenues for continuous learning and member engagement. Who are already in that platform, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. It's not just coming to talk to you about theory. We're not coming to motivate you. We're not coming to tell you this is black, but we know that it is white. We are coming to have conversations on real life as to what exactly you need to take the next step, or what will give you an edge to your next level. They are very practical. And another amazing thing is that you have the opportunity to actually ask questions. But this very opportunity is only open to our registered members. And that is why I keep emphasizing, if you are here today, probably you disconnected, an old member, you don't want to leave today without leaving your details with us so we can reconnect back. And another we've implemented was this 1 year webinar series, which is being held every twice. Now, these webinars provide a consistent platform for leadership development, global conversations, knowledge sharing, networking, and community engagement across multiple countries. Now, this, instead of having it in our enclosed WhatsApp group, which is only for membership group, this very program is designed so that even if you don't want to be a committed member, you still get to benefit from the programs we get to have, which is being streamed on a live on our YouTube. And if you haven't understand the names or what we are known on our social media, please feel free to wait after the whole of this. You really need to reconnect one way or please. Okay, another amazing achievement we've been able to make involves strategic focus institutions through several milestones, and these milestones represent organization structured expansion, higher education. So from development of the campus in standard operating procedures, which we have successfully accomplished, we've also commenced the institutional engagement with University of Abuja, progressed towards realization of institutional documentation requested by the university, and finally, we've also successfully hosted the inaugural virtual introductory meeting for the Lafayette Campus Initiative. And currently, we have over 100 students in that WhatsApp platform. Next slide, please. In terms of partnership development and framework, it's something we've been big on past year. And so institutional sustainability, organization develop the Real Platform Partnership Pillar Frameworks together with a structured pattern. And this framework provides a clear roadmap for building strategic collaborations, strengthening stakeholders' engagement or relationships, mobilizing resources, and expanding the organization's impact nationally and internationally. Now, beyond our people-centered trainings, capacity buildings, we are also focused programs that help communities across our various cities. And we will be getting shortly to look at a brief. Next slide, please. Okay, so our impact at a glance. Following the 2025 Leadership Conclave, our city expressions implemented impactful programs that reflected our commitment to leadership, city development, humanitarian, and environmental stability. We had 400 trees planted in the city of Georgia. I think it's a good place to clap for us, knowing that we don't have any external funding coming for now. So we also were able at the course of last year to had an impact week in our Kogi city, feeding of widows and orphans of 70 in total. And we're also able to 67 children towards an orphan. And then I think this is a bit, this is 100. We had 100 participants, including outreach in an orphanage. So at Lagos, also had an outreach distributing food, but we'll see that more in details. Next slide, please. Okay, so looking on the 7th of November last year, we a climate, remember while starting this conversation, we talked about our 3 programmatic areas that has to do on climate action and mitigation. Now, for this Greening the Future tree planting initiative, the whole idea is to ensure that we mitigate whatever form of either erosion or desertation or agriculture. So we want to promote all of these parts. So just took it upon themselves last year and were able to plant about 100 trees in 2 different schools. Next slide, please. That was conducted in Kogi on the 1st and 3rd of this. There was distribution of raw foods to 70 widows and orphans at Harriet community. And then we also had a school engagement. Next slide, please. Okay, so about the orphanage outreach and end of the year, that was done in Abuja. We were able to reach children at Hope Orphanage in Gishiri within the ages of, or between the ages of 1 and 26 with an amazing, so beyond, also interested in beyond the meeting up with targets or meeting up with expectations, we are also compassionate enough. We are also have that we are aware that there are people out there that with just a touch, reaching out in one way or another, there is this upliftment that comes with these little ones, especially those who are underprivileged. Next slide, please. And then we had an outing or an outreach in Lagos City, in the places, communities such as Ikorodu, Kosofe, Owode, with 100 individual, vulnerable individuals that were also provided with raw food. So you can see that our impact goes beyond trainings. They are real, tangible, that we reach out to people to touch lives. Next slide, please.
Thank you. Can we give it up for Miss Dorothy Abaye? 1 year, plenty projects, plenty stuff to do. I think I would especially want to thank every leader here, Jos, Lagos, Abuja, Kogi State, Enugu, for really putting the hard work. Like the pressure was, the pressure was massive. At a point we had to. I'll just wake up one day and I'll just decide that everybody will feel the headache. You understand? How can they be sleeping when their guy is awake? So everybody feel the impact of what's happening. You get? Sometimes you have to just share it. And they came up with this. And we wouldn't have done this if it was not for them. And please, special round of applause to every leader again. State leaders, national leaders also. Dorothy has worked, overworked. But I like this interesting part, and that's because our vision is a world where every person is transformed into a global citizen. And that's the crux for us. So everything we are doing is transformation at every level, at every peak. And we decided to take it, further ahead to see how a lot of feedback, from this year. And we just felt like, man, let's just harness everything together. Let's do something that can actually help us, national leaders, to track what we're doing and really just move ahead. Yeah, slide. Yes, there was a QR code that was showing. Yeah, the QR code. Okay, so if you okay, good. Now, we wouldn't have done all this by prayer and fasting. You don't go to just city and just pray and tell them, please, I want to do a tree planting project. Give me the trees, give me the venue, let's pray it, and they will just give it to you. They will think something is wrong with you. You get? We wouldn't have been able to do it without solid donations. And we have a donation page. So if you don't know it now, we have a donation page, right? Where you can click, see the projects that we're doing in our 3 thematic areas, and subscribe to it. You can become a partner. Subscribe every month or every week, but just subscribe to what we are doing. And this link is ready. You can scan it using your phone. You can take a picture of it and scan it later. realplatform.org/donate-now. So let me leave the row so you can see it very. I don't want to come in. The money matter is very important. The ministry must move forward. So if we must make more impact, we must be able to commit our finances. And I also want to appreciate leaders, for this 1 year. Some of them have sacrificed their personal funds to ensure that some of the projects that are being carried out are actually done. And if you see the pictures and the reports that we get, it's really very serious. So special appreciation to them. Yes, so I'm just going to dwell here. I like the money part. Have you scanned? We're not removing it though. We're not going to the next slide. Have you snapped? Have you scanned? Have you visited the page? It's just scan away. If your phone cannot scan, just take a picture. Tell your neighbor, please, let me see it, and you can scan. You can even start donating now as I'm talking. It's not too late. You can start donating now. While it's still hot. Don't just think that, this guy is talking too much. Just start donating now. Yes. Okay? So let me not bore you a bit. I'll still come back to it again. Okay, next slide, please. organizational growth. So some of the key areas for growth this season that we have actually looked at is really strengthening the national coordination and report structures. We had a lot of feedback from here, and we decided to do something across our organization, because if we must change the world, then why don't we start changing it, and actually implementing some of all these new tech and new ways of doing things, ourselves. We designed I call it the leadership app that has so many features incorporated into it for us to just be able to track and, be that, basically track and, do everything inside in one whole. So I'll be presenting a demo for that version that we've done. Continued leadership or development of our leadership and volunteer systems, expansions of our digital learning and membership process. So we have, as she spoke about our LMS. It's just a click within 20 minutes. You're done with the LMS. You're getting certified already. You're part. And also our increased engagement through our weekly leadership and mentorship and capacity development platforms. One of the benefits or perks of a leader here is that serve the organization to become better. So we're not just drilling you for the organization's sake, we're also drilling you so that you become impactful in any sphere you find yourself, and you can see the results of that in everyone. Okay, next. Looking ahead, what do we want to do? Some of the key priorities for our next phase. Look at the strategic plan, and we have a strategic plan. We sat down during the course of the year. We sat down for days, racking our head for 10 years of a document that is for 10 years what we want to achieve as an organization. Yeah, you can clap. It was not easy. Better clap. So one of those days we had facilitation, and it's as if they just locked the tap. When they just closed the tap, like just went blank. Because it's not a small thing. I thought it would just come and write, blow grammar. But I saw that it was deeper than that. You had to think, for the why, for the how, who are you? Man. But finally we got thank you for us. Yeah. So going ahead, this is what we're looking at. These 6 areas as our next phase and what we want to do. Some of them we've already started working already. One of them is also to expand our networks to Kano and South-South geopolitical zone. We have some representatives from Kano already to show that we're really serious, with that move. So also, if you have people in the South-South, let me do advertisements. If you have people in the South-South, that can carry this vision, please. Okay, good. Now I sound better. Yeah. I feel like preaching now. Yeah, so I preach, man. People fall down under the anointing. So, Kano State, if you have people that you think we can, carry that can carry this vision in the South-South region, please just let us know, and we can see how we can partner and get to work it out. Okay, next, please. Now here comes go back, please. Yes. So
yes,
I told you we developed a dashboard for ourselves as leaders to be able to track what we do. We saw that we want to be able to track every activity, track every task, and you can start. You can go to the next. You can go to Chrome. Yes, let's do the demo for everyone to see. You can also scan it. Once you scan this, it is bit.ly/TRP dashboard. It takes you to the page and you can see it on your phone. Yes. You can also scan the QR code, so you see how it looks like. And if you have scanned and you can see, Okay. Okay, so this is also how it looks like. Nice. Okay, so it's a leadership dashboard that this is the demo for this. From what we've gathered, leadership for this 1 year, we just felt there are things that can be tracked. We can, as an organization, do for ourselves, and really work with it and incorporate some of the things that we use, some of the technologies we use, daily technologies, into it. So, for example, okay, let's just sign in. You can click on sign in. So it's just a demo anyway. This is how the dashboard looks like. It tells you, good evening, Daniel, Chris, and you can see from the dashboard, you can see the total number of people. You can see the active leaders, the reports, and the tasks that have been completed. Also, you're able to see the people. So you have this analytics of, how many people are in the states. Abuja, if you have a 120, Lagos, 85. Then also the geographical distribution. Reporting was also key for us because we felt, why don't we have a platform where we can upload our reports into the same dashboard? It falls into our drive so that we don't have to. I know during there was I think last year or last 2 years, we were applying for a grant from the Muslim charity network. And one of the things that was crucial, or that we learned from that application, was that documentation is key. No matter how small it is, if it is a receipt for you bought Coke, please go and document it. Get the receipt, upload it. Every expense, every little thing is important. Is important. Every little thing. Reports for a meeting, even if it's 2 or 3 are gathered, please report it. Please document it. Upload it on your drive, because anything can happen to your system. Systems are fragile. So we decided to, why don't we incorporate reporting into this? So our state leaders can easily just upload their weekly reports or monthly reports or reports for programs. Upload it and it falls into our Google Drive without any other human efforts. So it saves us that time. It saves us, document handling, moving from one place to the other. So let's click on reports. Yes, reports. And this is how it's going to look like in the demo for states that have submitted, that have not submitted. So you can submit a report and the admin previews the report and it's not nice and it cancels it. So it tells you to resend or rework on it again. Okay, so I'm just going to rush because our time is ticking. Let's jump to people. And this is just a pull down of everybody in the state. So we're going to have your data, registered in this, and we can be able to see how active you are, when last you logged in and the likes. Okay, can you just go down? Okay, so let's go to weekly plans. So we don't just want state leaders to just feel that they don't have a plan for the week. We want you to start thinking. Start thinking. Every week you come with a plan, and you can add what you need to do, to this dashboard. So for example, just said a demo was prepare a monthly leadership report, and you can be able to see who is responsible, the kind of program, and just what you want to do for that week. We also can have a national overview where you can see our plans from the national level for the week. Okay, let's go to task. We also felt that we can incorporate task management into this, so that if I am assigning just city leader a task, it is registered here, and the timeline is also put here. So if it is due and I forget, because of plenty of work and activities, this sends a reminder to the person that you have a task that is due for today. How is it? I also get, as the admin, a notification that this person's task is due today. Check it or check on him. So it makes that tracking seamless. announcements. We decided to put announcements in case we have something important. Conclave is coming, or there's a book, for the month. You can just drop it there, and leaders can really see, what is happening. What new thing is going on. Okay, inventory. Also, we have why we added the inventory is because we have some little equipment here and there, and we just felt, why not? Let's start tracking what we have and how good they are. So this is for state level, national level. We just put everything we have, and we're able to track them, and we can also track them by locations or by states. Documents. This is the fun part where they upload documents, reports, and the likes on this drive. Okay, monthly book. Also, our founder was talking of something during the leadership, chats and the likes of how we want to have, reading culture, incorporate reading cultures into our leaders. So at least every month there's a book. It's just simple here. We just upload it here, and you can read the book right here. You can click on one of any of the book, maybe 21 Laws, or Leaders Eat Now Last. Just click on Read Now. And you can read in here, or you can download it and read. You can download and read. So it's seamless for leaders to just say, okay, I'm reading this book today. This is where I am as we go on. Okay, you can close it. And chats, yes. We decided to also do a chat. What is having a dashboard that is not fun? You understand? So you can do some gossip. You can call out some people who look for trouble. You understand? Why on the dashboard? So let's turn this to also our WhatsApp also. I decided to just put the chat box into it. Thank you. Activities. And we can also track activities also. So if there's any new activity, it comes up here, and everyone can say, okay, Lagos is doing this. How can we support? So trying to also build collaboration into, the app. So you know what each state is doing per time, and you can also support. Then the last is just the statistics that shows you an overall of everything that is happening. Total people. Okay, so let's go to the next app that we're also looking at developing. This is just the next tab. The next tab. Yes. So, introducing the REAL Platform app. Yeah, clap. So, let's log in. So just see how it looks like. Yeah, you log in with just sign in. And this is how it looks like, where you can see your tax, what is due this week. Let's just go up. Let's just go. Just scroll. So this scroll up or scroll down? Yes. Scroll up, continue scrolling. Can you click on the task? I hope that's the okay. Click on. So I think this is the other one. So there's supposed to be an app. There's supposed to be an app that is REAL Platform centered. Basically, you just see news about. I'm not sure this is it anyway, but let's check. Oh, so most times news. Can you click on the JM and see? Okay, so I'm not sure that's a tab, but I'll get to share the app with you now, so we can do a demo for that. So let's go back to our presentation. We'll come back to the app presentation in a minute. Okay, so next. Yeah, so our expansion roadmap for looking ahead is we have, if you see, we have presence in Lagos, Enugu, Kogi, Abuja, Jos, also Abuja, Nasarawa State also. But we're looking at Kano and also the South having presence there because we don't have activities going on. And we feel that that region or those regions are also critical to the growth of Nigeria. You can't call Nigeria without calling Kano. You can't call Nigeria without calling, oil producing states, Port Harcourt, and basically the South regions. And want to see how we can have a strong foothold in those two places. Okay, next please. And remember, everything we do is we're looking at a world where every person is transformed into a global citizen. So I want you to raise one right hand up. One right hand up. One right hand up. There's also one right hand. So you have to thank God she asked the question. So you have only one right hand. So just raise that one right hand up. And tell yourself, I will become, and we'll say it very well now, like someone that's eating. I will become, in fact, I am a global change agent. Thank you. Our demo app is, so basically we'll just send you, we have details of everybody. We'll just send you an email for the demo app and also for the dashboard. So we want to, before we launch it, we want to get user feedback, because it is not going to be me that's going to be using it. No matter how I like the app, I like the colors. Somebody might have a problem with the color. Somebody might say, I cannot see this clearly. Someone might say, why is this here? I think you should add this or add that. So we're going to be sending you an email with the links to the two apps. One is the REAL Platform app, and it's lovely. I love the interface, how it looks. You could see our events, next events coming up. Like the demos are just so wonderful. We'll be sending it. In fact, we're sending it now before the conference ends to your email, so you could see how it looks like, interact with it, and just play about. Then also reply once we get the email, please, and you've tested it, leave us a feedback, so we can use those feedback to now rework, the app, and before we now launch it. And once you launch it, also because we are in this conference, you'll be the first to know, and also be the first tester to actually use it. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you.
Thank you. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, this is not your usual motivational, all hypes and all shouts event. And that's why we call it the Leadership Conclave. Are we together? Come on, are we together? Awesome. That's why we call it the, I don't like this sound I'm getting. So help me out. That's why we call it the Leadership Conclave. And we have another event that we do hold, which we call the Real Impact Summit. And that's where you get to see All right, thank you. Please, you may be seated. All right, so very quickly, I want to talk about the vision. And then we'll get started into what we have for today, some more. Let's talk about the vision. Some 22 years ago, are we together? Some 22 years ago. Can I have the mic, please? Thank you. Some 22 years ago, in the city of Gwagwalada in Nigeria, a group of 4 people met, and I wanted to listen attentively. And the reason why I wanted to do that is so you can make a decision as to if you are not yet part of us, you can make a decision to become a part of us. And I think about 70%, if not 80% of those in the room are already part of what we do. Yeah. So in this room, we have old leaders, we have current leaders of the organization, we have friends of the organization that got the invitation to be here. And the reason why we invited them is so they can see what we do, provide us with some feedbacks, and possibly also be a part of the organization. We have old faces, people who we haven't seen in 10, in 13, in 15 years. You know, I had Greg come to the apartment some 2 days ago, and I'm like, Greg, where have you been? You know, and quite a lot of people that we haven't seen in many years. Lizzie, she used to be Lizzie Salami when I met her. Just quite a lot of people that are in the room today. And I'm very excited, really. I'm very excited about that. We can have every one of you here today. And I want to believe Sandra, Sophia, just a whole lot of people. And I want to believe that after this meeting, after this conclave, you would make a decision to join back fully. Join back fully. All right, let's go. Let's check the slides very quickly. And then afterwards, we'd go for our breakfast, and then come back and hit the ground running even faster. All right, so I said some 22 years ago this vision started. We had nothing. I've had to say this story over and over again. I'm sure a lot of people are tired of hearing it, and I know we have some few people in the house who haven't heard me tell the story of how this vision started. This vision started 22 years ago, okay? And we were just 4 of us in the room. I had this room in Gwagwalada, just one small room, you know. And we had a blue rug, like we do have a blue rug here. I had a blue rug in the room. Dr. Tosi is smiling because he was one of the 4 people that we had the meeting together. We had no chairs, we had no ACs, we had no razzmatazz, we had no Arise News, we had no channels come around to cover us. But we had something. We had fire in our bones. You know, we had fire in our bones. So what did we do? The audience sat on the floor, on the rug. He was there. And then the guest speaker, myself, and the visionaire stood on the mattress. That, you know how you have a mattress, you don't even have the bed frames, you drop it on the floor. Yeah, so that was the podium. Okay. And then we had a good conversation, I think we talked about goal setting, we talked about a lot of things, and the vision, what we wanted to do. Then we were called Creative Concept, CRECON, you know. But then from 4, we became 10. From 10, we became 20. I had nothing, really. I mean, you've heard a lot of people say that they had nothing when they got started. I mean, I actually didn't have anything. The first newsletter that we produced, I mean, this is beautiful, right? Beautiful. The first newsletter we produced, I had to use my hand to write it out in 100 places because we had no money to type, we had no money to photocopy, we had no money to do all of the DIs that Tunde does for us now. You know, wrote them out and then hit the ground, went into the campus, we're sharing it. And I mean, I have a good handwriting actually. And I'm not bragging. I actually do have one. So we did that and we distributed. We had our first meeting. You know, you do flyers, right, for your first meeting. We had no money to do flyers, so we designed the flyers. I did the write-up on the flyers, cut them into pieces with the ruler and the pen, and then we distributed it. You know, can you imagine that, Paul? That's what we did. But down the line, we had people begin to join. People began to, you know, participate in our events. We moved from that room to classrooms. From classrooms, we moved to a little guest house. And then from the guest house, we graduated. And then we're like, we can start something in town, right? How about starting something in town? And today, that's what you heard Dorothy and Chris talk about. When Enugu, do we have anybody from Enugu in the house this morning? Awesome, awesome. We have Uchenna, we have Blessing from Enugu, right? We are now in Kano. Do we have anybody all the way from Kano? We have them right there, you know. Lagos, Momo from Lagos, you know. Which other city am I missing? Jos, Naughty City. We have people from Jos. Look at them, you know, cut across. Sorry, sir. Kogi State, Lokoja. Come on now. We have people from Lokoja. Look at them in the house. And from Lafia from Kaduna. You see that? But then the vision started in a room with just 4 of us. Right. And out of the 4 of us, we have one person seated here by my side, and that's Dr. Tosin. You know. And then we had people join, and that's why we are all here today. Now, I always tell people something. The meeting has started. From the very point where Dorothy came up and held this microphone, we started. And that's how I learn. And that's how I want you to learn. How can I connect what is being said to what I am going through? How can I translate what is being said to my sphere of influence? Look at the powerful presentations. How can I develop my presentations this way? Are we together? Now I'm talking about vision. How we did not give up on the vision. What did you do? How did you do it? Where did you go? Who did you talk to? We don't have all the time for me to begin to teach all of that. That's the benefit of being a member of the Center for Real Impact. That's the benefit of being a member of this tribe. Every week we get to learn. Every week we get to connect. How can I better this process I'm going through? Not just Real Platform. I mean the process of what you are doing. How can I grow from becoming an administrator to becoming a manager? How can I grow from being a manager to becoming a CEO? How can I switch from a one-man business to becoming the manager of a multinational? Now we have people join online from London. We have people from Manchester. And they're online. Victor Oyebade and Amy, a whole lot of them. Every year now, I go to London. We have our London event. This year, right? April this year, we're in London with ID Kabasa. Had a great time in Manchester. We have people join from Canada. We're just about to kickstart our Canada platform. Julie B, she's in Canada. She's our POC. Yesterday, we spent time talking about Canada and how we're going to get back to the US. We're going to start planning for the Canada event. Now, we're in the US. From a room. But then the question is this. What's the price that we had to pay between when the vision was birthed and where we are? And we haven't even started anything yet. Do you understand? We're still just scratching it. We're still going to be on CNN. We're still going to be on BBC. We're still going to be everywhere. Al Jazeera and all of just talking about what we do and the impact we have made all over the world. And this is not bragging. What I just did now is to teach you or to let you know some of the things that we do. We talk it. Even when it doesn't look like it. We keep saying it. We don't stop saying it. And that's what you want to do as well. Keep saying it. Don't talk down on yourself. Don't look down on yourself, on your vision, no matter how small it is. Don't do that to yourself. Oh, the world has forsaken me. The world will begin to forsake you as soon as you start saying it. And that's why we have what we call, this is how we talk. We are consistent about it. Teach ourselves how to talk. I'm going to tie everything I'm saying around what I want to talk about here, but I hope somebody is getting something already. Awesome. I remember many years ago, when we were starting the vision, I mean, as a 400 level student, I don't even know what an airport looks like. I mean, we have some folks who were born with silver spoons in their, and I don't even know how it looks like. But one thing I know is that I told myself, I was speaking with the folks who came from last night, and I said, encouraging them, I said to them that this is the least you can ever be. And if there's anything that looks like, consistent occurrence in your family, you can tell yourself that it stops with me going forward. Do you understand? And it's okay to pray, whatever religion, either you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, traditional, it's okay to do all of that. But I tell people that no matter how much you pray, if you don't apply the principles that makes for success, if you don't apply the principles that makes for success, nothing will happen. You have 0.5% of miracle. And you want to put yourself in that little cage of 0.5? No, go get back and go walk. Go put in the work. That's what we did. Go put in the work. Pray. I'm against it. But understand that there are certain principles that govern life. If you throw it up, it will come down. But is it possible that I throw it up and it stays up? It's possible. It could be possible, but it's 0.000000. And that's what we did. We kept doing it. We stayed through. So back then, I bought an aeroplane that looked like a balloon. Toy now. Come on. So I put in some air in it and I hung it at the top of my ceiling. Right directly under my bed in that room. Right? That was it. And I kept looking. Every morning I wake up, I see it. Why? Because I have never seen one in real life, in my life, even as an adult. So I look at it. I just spoke about how you talk, right? Now I'm talking about how you see. How you see. There's nothing like that place is not for me. It's for you, depending on how you see it. So back then, I would stand before the mirror. I'll be like, hello, how you all doing? My name is, I will introduce myself. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from America, make welcome, Kunle Joe, come off it, and I'll come. Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Kunle Joe. I kept doing all of that. Has it come to pass? It has come to pass. It has come to pass. So maybe in your office, the tabletop name is Dosu Chain, principal, partner, blah, blah, blah. The one in the office. The one at home will be Dosu Chain, founder, CEO, blah, blah, blah. Not the ones we have common, not the common ones we have. I mean the ones that would stand before the UN and make presentations and all of that. And she works with the UN anyway, so good to have you. She came all the way from Lagos. We're honored to have you. And, So, change it. Change what you're saying going forward. Change what you are seeing going forward. Are we together? Did that make sense? So there are two things about the Real Platform, and I'll be out of here. Chris talked about the vision already, and I would not bother myself about that. But I want to introduce to us, people have always asked, what do you guys even do? Right? What do you guys even do? So you write the two P's. First P and second P. The first P is project, and the second P is people. Project, people. Project, people. So the NGOs, do you guys just give food? Do you guys just do giveaways? We don't do giveaways. If you don't, so you understand that. We do, but we don't do. quote and unquote. So there's a people aspect of us and there's a project aspect of us. And that's why you hear them say we have Wisdom Wednesdays, we have summits, we have books, we have newsletters, we have we have webinars, we have FitBees. All of those are people-based. Now we have projects. That's where you see Pat the Girls, which we just did Pat the Girls. I don't know which other city did Pat the Girls, but I know Lagos did too. Just Pat the Girl was something else. And I think we want to go back and do that again in a bigger way across all our platforms. Where they saw girls who had never used a pad before. Or they used handkerchiefs, towels. So as much as we think we have NGOs everywhere, we have non-profit organizations everywhere, and all of that, we still have these vacuums, we still have this gap. And that's why we are asking that we have gotten to that point where we cannot do it all by ourselves anymore. We need you. Bring your skills. I call it the 3 T's. Bring your talent, bring your time, and bring your treasure. You can have the 3. Bring it. If you have just the 2, bring it. If you have just 1, bring it. But there's no man on the surface of the earth that does not have a talent or have time or have treasure. Money, I mean. Treasure. Let's call it what it is. People and project. So what do? We develop people. We drive impact. Let's move very fast. I will keep to time. All right, so our vision is a world where every individual is transformed into a global citizen. Our mission is to catalyze individuals across the world to leverage practical and innovative approaches for global citizenship. And I mean, one of the things I always challenge my folks is this. Have an international passport. Just have it. Just have it. Original or fake, just have it. Just make sure you don't present the fake at the airport. You have the fake just to tell yourself someday the world is going to welcome me into their cities. Are we together? Yeah. Southwick, great guy, and Brari, I think they went to the house in Lokoja to go help put my books together. Quite a lot. There's a notepad in that book. If there's anything I'm looking forward to seeing, how many Ghana Must Goes do you have? About 7 Ghana Must Goes of books and cassettes. You know, the cassette thingy? So, I could not travel with them, so I had to duplicate a good number of those books back where I am now. But I want those books to be back to Abuja, sort them out, and then we can create a library out of it for Real Platform. And the thing about my books is that it's ready for you. It's not just a book. You will see all the lines, all the notes, you know. But there's a document I'm looking forward to. It's a small notepad, very small. You would need to look out for that. Small, about 3 of them thereabout. In those books were the things I wrote down that never looked like where I was. And one of the things I said in one of those books is, I think that was in 1992. 1992, I said, I will be a dual global citizen. And as at then, hey T baby, how you doing? Good to see you. That's my cousin. So just so you know, you know, I'm blessed to have 2 of my cousins in the room. Sharon is also at the back there, came all the way from Lokoja. All right, so our core values is dream. Let's go now. So we have the people-centered ecosystem, the REAL platform. Is a people-centered ecosystem powered by strategic projects and transformational engagements. And that's what Dorothy and Chris had talked about. Just keep moving. I mean, I've gone through my slide already. So we have the people arm, we have the project arm. I've talked about that. Talking about people, look at this. Programs, can you say this with me? Perfect. Project arm is what? Community impact work. And that's where you have the tree planting that just did. And Victor, who is managing the Abuja city platform, he serves a lot, So don't get carried away. He's currently doing his PhD. So don't get carried away. Don't get it twisted. So when he's greeting you and, and doing all of that. All right, let's move on. The people arm, I talked about it already. Please just keep moving, sweetheart. Thank you. So we have, for the people development areas, we have leadership development, we have